all the schools that are doing great, even if it's just a recent emergence.
Joy 99.7.
And you know you can catch all the latest on the National Maths and Science Quiz on Joy 99.7 FM, Joy News, of course. 25 years we laid down a promise, and yet we're still delivering. When they sit, we stand. When they stand, we are truly outstanding. My turn to burn, Nortey by nature. This is Ultimate Health on Joy 99.7 FM. And as you know, I am not a qualified physician, and I'm reluctant to give this injection. But I'll leave it to Dr. Kitch, Lord Kitchener.
Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7.
I pulled it from that hole and started.
Kitchener, 1963, I believe. The Needle and Dorothy. Oh boy, she was in trouble. Yeah, Joy 99.7 FM, Ultimate Health. Last week we started stuff, or went, back into stuff we'd started already on dental services, bad teeth, bad breath, and beyond. Today I have the doctors in the studio. They don't have Dr. Kitch's needle. Doctors Maclean Okang of Platinum Advanced Orthodontics and Dental Care, West Airport or Airport Hills, Finale Drive, I believe, number 8. Next to him, Dr. Albert Hammond of Nabita in Tema. Docs, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And do you guys give these disclaimers before you give an injection or start or undertake a procedure? Dr. Kitch is spot on there. Well, he says he wasn't qualified. You guys are qualified. But do you have to tell patients anything, like reading them their rights before you do anything?
Oh, yes, definitely. Good afternoon, Nortey.
Would you tell me that, Charlie, this is going to be painful, but...
Well, we will just let you know that it will feel like a mosquito bite. Very, very small.
Right.
And once the anesthesia starts taking effect, you'll be very fine.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Dr. Okang.
So, usually...
You were enjoying the song in a suspicious manner.
Oh, the Calypso beats.
Okay.
I like a couple of those songs. So.
Okay, just that then.
Just that.
All right, okay. Deep. But yeah, about, giving patients the benefit of, should I say, some information ahead of any procedure. That's what Dr. Kitch was, telling Dorothy. But is this a regular thing that you're required to do?
It's a standard thing we do. So if I had to give you an injection, usually if you were seeing a child, you wouldn't even mention the word injection, because then that would scare them off. So you would rather say you are putting the tooth to sleep.
Okay.
And so they would feel, depending on which side of the mouth, they would feel a small pinch in 2 places. If you have to put maybe some topical anesthesia, you tell them you put a cream or a gel there.
Right.
That's almost similar to like the ointment they put on their skin. So they are more likely to take that. And then let them know that after about 2 to 3 minutes, they would start feeling the change.
Okay.
The anesthesia taking effect, you feel like that side of your mouth is getting swollen, the area is feeling heavy. You no longer feel the sensation of pain, but you would feel pressure.
Okay.
And so we let them know before we do it.
Okay, great stuff. So we let you know last week that we're talking about dental procedures. We talked about halitosis, bad breath. We went into detail all those volatile sulfur gases and yeah, it was a mouthful, right? And many thanks to all of you who connected with us. There are a few of you will reach out to. Somebody did say they did the back of the hand test, licked the back of their hand, waited for it to dry, and they were not happy with the outcome. We'll try and reach out to you, Loic, and a few others to see what we can do, right? And that's what we're doing today. We're going into broken teeth, which I hear as common as cavities. Doctors, is this the case? The presentation of broken teeth.
Yes.
Especially broken adult teeth.
Okay. So, in general, I'll say broken teeth presents both in children and in adults. People would say that, for children, because they have a set that they change once they hit around age 4 to 6, then it shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay.
Well, it does affect them. The commonest cause of a broken tooth is still dental caries.
Okay.
What we commonly refer to as caca in our local parlance.
Okay.
So that is basically decay. Decay happens when bacteria acts on refined carbohydrates over time to produce acid, and the same acid demineralizes or decays the tooth.
Breaks down the tooth.
It breaks down the tooth.
Right.
So when I say bacteria, we all need bacteria to break down the food we are eating. So we need to know that the bacteria is a constant in our mouth.
Okay.
The teeth are constant in your mouth, assuming you haven't lost any teeth. Saliva is a constant in your mouth. The 2 factors that you tend to have control over are the refined carbohydrates and time. Because the refined carbohydrates, when left over a long period, the same bacteria acts on it, produces acid, and then it decays the tooth. Okay. The other causes of broken teeth, we have trauma, and sometimes you have people, you are eating, you bite down the wrong way, or you bite on something too hard, and then you break the tooth. The final cause I'll probably say is the wear and tear, which we dealt with when we're dealing with the geriatrics. As we all age, because the tooth is a hard structure, wearing itself against another tooth over time, it's it's not as elastic as before, and so we get portions of it chipping away or breaking. Also, we can have certain disease conditions where the tooth doesn't have enough minerals to start with. So on a regular day, what you think you can bite, you bite down the wrong way and the tooth breaks.
Right. So when a tooth breaks, is it a big deal? All these things seem like normal long-term processes that are at play and may compromise the tooth or the teeth, right? So let's say my tooth does break. Is it a big deal? I've read in other places that it's a serious emergency. Yes. How would you put it?
Yes, so the thing is that when the tooth breaks, time is of the essence for you to have the appropriate treatment done. Because the longer it takes, then you have complications developing. And then the severity or otherwise is always, you will look at how much of the tooth got broken. Okay. So is it only the outer part of the tooth that got broken, that's the crown? Okay. Or is it just the enamel? Did the fracture get into the dentine, the next layer? Is the fracture affecting where you have the nerves and blood vessels such that bacteria can track down? Okay. Is the fracture affecting up to the root level? Okay. So we look at all those things, but in either case, you have to present early enough for the treatment to be started so that you don't get to the part where you're developing complications. All right, great stuff. If you just joined us, it's 19 minutes past the hour of 2 on a Sunday afternoon. That means definitely you're in my company. My name is Nortey by nature. I'm with Dr. Maclean Okang and Dr. Albert Hammond. Both are qualified dentists. And for those of you who do not know, the Dr. Kitch song has ended, right? Some are asking me about whether it's an innocent song and why am I saying Dr. Maclean was listening in a suspicious manner and all that. We are talking about serious medical issues and dental issues. Stick and stay with us on that. That's why we're here. Our WhatsApp is 055-1111-997. 055-1111-997. Okay? If you prefer, 055-1111-997. Don't forget that. Those are the healthy buttons to push your WhatsApp to. Right. I've got this from Pa Solo in Sunyani. Akwaben, good afternoon, Honorable Nortey Dua. He adds me. I receive it. And the Gangantuan team. Please, at what age, when a child loses a tooth accidentally, would it not come again? Would it not be replaced? Please, secondly, is the use of the face mask a cover-up for bad breath? Oh, Charlie. All right. You brought it up. I don't know why you're using yours, but I know why I'm using mine. Okay? Doc, is there an age where there's no replacement tooth? Is it determined by age? Okay, so I think that you are looking more at the kind of tooth that was lost. Yes, okay. So if you lose what we call the milk tooth, then we know that for all the milk teeth, they have replacements. Okay. So if it's a milk tooth, then we can say for a sanctity that it will be replaced. Okay. Now the challenge is if you lose an adult tooth. Okay. So any of the teeth that will come out when the child is from 4 to 6 onwards. Okay. Those ones don't have any replacement. By 4, you are in the adult stage. Yes. So you should not retain. Just a second, Doc. Yes. You shouldn't retain milk teeth after 4. Is that what you're saying? No. For each milk tooth you have, it has an age that it will come out. Okay. So on average, by itself. Yes, by itself. On average, we know that 6 years is when you would have the first milk teeth falling out. Okay. But from experience and a bit of research, it can be as early as 4 years. Okay. When the child starts losing their first milk tooth. Okay. So for each age, so it can go up to about age 12, each age. Okay. And then the kind of tooth. So the lower level or lower threshold is what you mentioned. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, get that right. Ultimate Health on Joy 99.7 FM. It's 21 minutes past the hour of 2. We're looking at broken teeth, whether they need to be fixed or repaired, and how they are repaired. Right. My guest in the studio, Dr. Albert Hammond of the Nabita Hospital, and Dr. Maclean Okang of Platinum Orthodontics and Dental Care Services. Right. Now, let me ask this. So, would I know, right, if it doesn't really break or it's fractured or compromised or cracked? I'm told the enamel on the outer is pretty tough. So, would I know if my tooth is broken? Are there any signs and symptoms? Okay. So, for the tooth, as I want listeners to know, when you look at someone, what you see on the outside is what we call the enamel. Right. It has no sensation, it has no nerve endings. So if you broke
that portion of your tooth, the part that we all refer to as the white
Okay.
or yellowish white that we all see,
Right.
you will not feel pain.
Okay.
You will not feel sensitivity.
Okay.
Your tongue would warn you, because when you rub your tongue on the surface, you will feel a sharp edge.
Okay.
The surface will not feel like before.
Okay.
Now the layer.
So your teeth are. I don't know where I'm going with this, but your teeth are supposed to be what? Smooth?
The surface, your tongue is used to the consistency of the surface, so
Okay.
you know how smooth or curved it is for the various
okay.
teeth.
So you're talking about a change.
So once there's a change,
Okay.
your tongue feels it, and
Great.
you yourself will know that, okay, all of a sudden my tongue is rubbing this side more often, or there's this sharp edge that wasn't there before.
Okay, great.
Good. Now when we go to the second layer of the tooth, that is what we call dentine.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when you look carefully at someone's tooth, you see this yellowish tinge under the tooth.
Okay.
That area has small pipes or tubes in there
Right.
that connects to the nerve. Now when you break the tooth, be it from a cavity or from trauma, let's say you fell down or someone hit you,
Okay.
and that layer is involved, automatically you will feel a change in temperature sensation. So when you put something hot, cold, or even air blows around it, you feel it,
Okay.
because it transmits straight to the nerve.
Right.
When the break involves the third layer I refer to as the pulp, where the nerve is.
Okay.
At that point, you are in constant pain. You can't bite down, you can't sleep, you can't chew.
Okay.
So I always would recommend that as soon as you notice a break, act on it immediately.
Okay.
Don't wait till pain sets in.
Okay.
Because by the time pain sets in, treatment options get more complex and more expensive.
Okay.
And it's not even good for you to be in pain. If you could have dealt with it when it was pain free,
Right.
you might as well have come then.
Okie dokie. So if I have any of these complications, or I've experienced any of these things, am I supposed to go straight to a dentist
Straight.
or a regular hospital and
Straight to the dentist.
Straight to the dentist.
Straight to the
this
dentist.
is serious, specialized stuff.
Yes.
You go straight to the
Straight
dentist.
to the dentist, and it will be addressed for you. So once you see the dentist, you will be told which layer
Mhm.
of the tooth is involved,
Okay.
what options there are, because depending on the layer that is involved in the break, you would know whether you are getting something from a desensitizing agent to a filling
Okay.
to a root canal to an extraction,
Right.
and it gets more complex as we go ahead.
Okay. Now, for my listeners, when I have other specialists and should I say medical disciplines in the studio, we hear a lot about medical imaging, X-rays, ultrasound, scans, and so on and so forth. So, how are you going to assess this broken tooth or fragmented or compromised tooth? Do you also use these medical imaging techniques?
Yes. So we have simple imaging.
Okay.
Yes, what we call the intraoral X-rays,
Okay.
and that one would look at the tooth and then the supporting bone.
Okay.
Now, sometimes that it's not just the tooth that is broken,
Mhm.
but the bone that surrounds the tooth also can
Okay.
also be broken. And then there are some tiny.
The actual jaw bone.
Yes, depending on how much, if the force is that significant.
Okay.
For somebody who's had maybe a road traffic accident,
Okay.
yes, very likely that it's not just the tooth that is going to break. The bone around it can break also.
Okay.
And then there are tiny fibers that support the tooth to the bone.
Mhm.
They send nutrition to the tooth to keep it alive.
Okay.
Those ones can also be torn in the process. So when you do an imaging, the X-ray, it will look at the tooth, that's the hard substance, to
Mhm.
look at the bone, and it can tell you whether the tooth is fractured. If it's fractured, is it involving the pulp
Okay.
or not?
Right.
Yeah, apart from the X-rays,
Right.
we have intraoral, we have extraoral. That's the big one that will take upper and lower jaws.
Okay.
Yes, in the case you are suspecting a much bigger fracture of the jaws, then you can have some transillumination. So you can just shine some light through the tooth,
Okay.
and it will show if there's a crack.
Right.
No, some of the cracks are very difficult to detect. It's just a thin line going through the enamel.
Okay.
So you need to be a bit finer in your examination.
Okay.
You can also put a dye, like a disclosing agent, on the surface of the tooth, and if there's a small crack on the surface, it will pick it up.
Okay. Great stuff on Ultimate Health Joy 99.7 FM. The dentists are in the studio. We're looking at that gated premise called your mouth.
and everything in there. We've been looking at bad breath, broken teeth. We'll see if we can get to look at dentures and braces, what they are, how they are, should I say, put in or fixed, installed, if that's the word, downloaded, and then how you take care of them and whether they are for life. Okay, I've got this on my screen. It says, Nortey, I seem to have a lot of gaps between my teeth. I'm 40 years old and I want to know if something can be done for me. Right, okay, I don't have your name, but gaps, okay? What's the name of the gap in front that we find so sexy in literature and everything? Oh, what's it called now? Oh, I forgot the name.
Diastema.
Diastema, right. They say... Okay, I won't say it. My listeners, you can send me anything you know about gap teeth. Linda Inosu. Wow. Oh, this says, hello, Nortey. A very good afternoon to you. To you guys, please. My daughter's tooth seems to be widening as she ages. She's very worried. Is there a remedy? This is Linda Inosu, your regular. Of course, Linda, I know you and your widening. Can you explain and then give us her age as well? But I see my doctors are preparing a response for you already. That's why they're here. Right. Any more? Okay. So our WhatsApp line is 055 11 11 997. I just love the sound of that. 11 11 997. Prefix 055. Right. So Linda says her daughter is 23. Any responses?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for Linda's daughter at age 23, we would expect that almost all teeth are in her mouth.
Okay.
Probably the only teeth that may or may not be in her mouth would be the wisdom teeth.
Okay.
If the teeth are moving apart, she should try and see a dentist as soon as possible.
Okay.
Most, like Dr. Hammond said, a whole mouth X-ray will be done to assess and make sure she doesn't have any gum condition, because sometimes and commonly that's one of the common causes of teeth moving apart.
Okay.
Once that is ruled out, I need her to know that there are options to close the gaps. So if it needs gaps closed, that's why you mentioned, braces are there.
Okay.
They move the teeth together, and depending on what the problem are, most likely she needs to know that braces treatment is not an overnight thing.
Right.
Braces is gradual application of force to bring the teeth into the position you want.
Alignment.
It brings it nicely in alignment. It takes about 18 to 24 months.
Wow.
You would end up seeing your brace specialists, who they are referred to as orthodontists. You see them every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
They will do some adjustments in your mouth until you get the desired results. Don't be surprised if at the end of the treatment they place a little wire at the back of the teeth. If that is not done, usually the teeth like to go back to default settings.
Right.
So the wire keeps the teeth in check. And don't also be surprised if you are given something we call plastic retainers. It almost seems like what the boxers kind of wear.
Okay.
Just that yours won't be that thick.
Right.
You wear it at night when you're going to sleep so that it keeps the teeth in position, and this will be for life.
Wow. Okie dokie. Please, we're learning, okay? He said something about the teeth forcing their way back to default position or default settings. I don't know whether, depending on how your teeth are angled, shaped, or should I say put in place, we can talk of manufacturer settings and whether these dentists are messing around with the manufacturer settings. Some people have been teased about their teeth and whether they stick out or stick in and so on and so forth. Maybe my doctors will talk about that before I get into trouble by using certain unfriendly names that people have for this. Hi, my daughter's tooth got broken in an accident when she was 3 years. I want to know if it will grow back. Michael in Lakeside. You don't say how old she is now. But, Doc.
So a 3-year-old child most likely has all the baby teeth in there.
Right.
Yes. So
we should be talking about milk teeth.
Yeah, milk teeth.
Right.
So in principle, we will say that there's a very high chance that the second set of teeth will erupt.
Okay.
Now the thing is that which of the teeth have come out at 3? Is it the front tooth, the back tooth?
Okay.
Because last week we talked about the need for sometimes getting a space maintainer.
Okay.
So all the most of the milk teeth are smaller in size than the new set of teeth that will replace them.
Okay.
So when you lose a tooth very, very early, it is important to maintain that space until the new one is ready to come in.
Okay.
Because if you don't keep the space, what will happen is that when the new one is ready to come in, then it meets a block. and then we have to now try and create space
Okay.
for the new one to get in there.
So, Doc, let me just get an understanding for my listeners. I've lost a tooth.
Yes.
Okay, very early on in the milk dentition or milk tooth stage.
Yes.
Right. You're saying that leave the space there. Right.
Yes.
Don't fill it because something is coming up to replace it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So will that replacement tooth come in its own time, or will the brain and the body or the whatever respond to the fact that, oh, there's a vacancy?
Okay, so just to emphasize, when we say keep the space,
Mm-hmm.
not just leave it blank.
Okay.
It will be needful for a dentist to do the assessment.
Okay.
And we have something we call space maintenance.
Wow.
So they will maintain the space the correct way it should be.
Okay.
If you don't put the space maintainer there, there's a chance that space may widen or it will close.
Okay.
And most times it will close.
Right.
And then when the new one is ready to come in there, it meets that block.
Okay.
So that's one you have to do as soon as you lose a milk teeth. The reason why we don't often do replacements, that is dentures for children.
Right.
Now you have to look at what you are trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
The child is not that good fixing and removing things.
Right.
So you have a denture you are going to fix for that young child.
Mm.
High chance that this child may accidentally swallow this denture, and then you are going to create another problem. So there are different types of space maintenance.
Okay.
Some that would even inculcate a false tooth in there,
All right.
so that the child will not be laughed at school.
So this is really on a case by case basis.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yes,
right.
yes.
Michael adds that his daughter is now 4 years old, and it's her front teeth that were involved. Right. The canine below. Thanks for your response. This is from Michael.
Okay, so
does that change anything?
Michael
it's a year ago.
A year ago,
Yeah.
he can relax knowing that at least the latest we expect the front teeth in the mouth is around age 6 or 7. So
Okay.
the daughter has at least 2 years to go, so he can relax. If after age 6 or 7 he's not seeing the adult tooth in,
Right.
he has to see a dentist so that an X-ray of the area is done
Okay.
to know. Sometimes the tooth takes its own slow pace.
Okay.
I know as parents, once the tooth falls out, we are eager for a new one to come. So you get parents coming that my daughter's tooth is not coming in, my son's tooth, and then you take the X-ray and they see the tooth and they are like, oh, but it's taking too long.
It's taking too long.
And I tell them that we can't fast track nature.
No fertilizer, no
Nothing you do.
Right.
If you really want to do something, then it would rather be a surgical procedure to go bring the tooth, and you don't want to do something that's traumatic on a child.
Okay.
So,
right. Let's understand that. And I was reading again. I do a lot of reading to try and match up to my qualified guests. And I realized that there are dentists who specialize in handling children's issues.
Yes.
Pedodontics.
Yes.
Or
Yes,
what is it? What is pedodontologists?
so they are pedodontists.
Pedodontists.
So currently, I think there are few in training in Ghana.
Okay.
Initially, I knew we didn't have, so the few we had in the country were foreign.
Okay.
But I know the Ghana College is
Right.
There are a couple in training. I think a few must have passed out.
They
Just before
specialize
COVID.
in managing
And they
dental.
only see children.
Only
so when
children.
we say children, anybody up to the age of 12
Right.
is considered a child. So
Okay.
0 to 12. After 12, you are considered an adult in a dental setting. In
Okay.
terms of teeth.
All right. Great stuff. Learning, growing on Ultimate Health. Joy 99.7 FM. Good afternoon to you and your guests. My daughter is 8 years old. Her front teeth are yellow, even though she brushes her teeth. Why is this? And what can be done about it? This is from Eunice in Jordan. Is this the Eunice I know? Oi, how are you doing? Right. In Jordan. Okay. You have a drone that can go to Jordan? But let's answer Eunice's question.
So what we find out is that for it's an 8-year-old child.
Yeah.
Yes. So at 8 years we have a mixture of baby teeth and then the adult teeth. What I've seen in practice is that sometimes the child may genuinely be brushing very well, but because the new set of teeth that come in are darker in color than the milk teeth. So most patients, that is the first thing that they look at. Why is the new set of teeth much darker? And it's because the new set of teeth have more dentine in them than the milk teeth.
Right.
So that is one point of differentiation.
Okay.
Then we have maybe the teeth are not well arranged.
Okay.
So that brushing becomes a bit difficult.
Okay.
So that is also another thing that we have to look at. And does the child have any medical condition that is affecting her ability to brush well?
Okay.
Those things can be looked at.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Eunice in Jordan, right? Jordan goes with joy.
right? Listening to us all the way in Jordan. Good to hear from you, and I hope that answers your question. This one says, my 18-month-old son sucks his thumb. What are the repercussions from Ajua Nortey? I've realized that because my son sucks his thumb, the shape of his upper teeth, this matter, is angular and not straight. What are the options other than giving him knocks every time he sucks? Right, so thumb sucking, right? Does it shift the teeth? Does it cause what she's describing there? Ajua sent that to us.
So for Ajua, I'll tell her, I know it's the woe of every parent. When you see them sucking either the thumb, the two fingers, or the tongue itself.
Yeah, you don't want to hear my mom's solution. You do not
sometimes
want to
they
hear
suck
it.
even the lower lip. Well, does it move the teeth? It does. So it ends up widening the gap between the top, especially the top front four teeth, and the bottom teeth.
Right.
So what if you were to put your thumb, if you were right-handed, and you put it in every time, you notice that the teeth on the right side end up on the bottom jaw tilting inwards a bit.
Because they are under pressure.
Yes,
Right.
and then the top ones end up tilting outward a bit. So as they grow, 18 months is a little early. I mean, it's a time that you can try and get the child to stop the habit. Okay, and then they grow out. You help them grow out of it. But by the time adult teeth start coming in, maybe sometime, and I know of cases where people have sucked their fingers or thumbs even all the way to university. By the time adult teeth come in, now it's creating a problem on the adult teeth, creating a gap. So you will find out that there are some people, when they close their mouth, there's still a gap between their top teeth and the bottom teeth. There's
an overlap.
Space. Not even the overlap. Sometimes there's a whole space that
gap.
you could actually put your finger through because of the habit from previous. Now the teeth have kind of gotten used to the fact that something always comes there. So we make
so they're accommodating.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when you do that, you rather end up now needing braces treatment to try and bring your up teeth and your lower teeth into the correct position.
Right.
And to stop you. Now, can the habits be stopped? There are several ways. So parents have tried various things. I've heard parents put plaster on the thumb. Some have soaked, put living bitters, chloroquine. People have tried various things. Some say it works, some say it doesn't.
And there's also African Christian training, which is pretty harsh.
That's the harsh version.
Yeah.
But I also say that there's something we also call Mavala stop. Right? You would most likely get it from a dental clinic. It is as bitter as chloroquine. It's painted over the thumb
or the finger in question,
or the nails involved. The moment any child puts that in their mouth, they'll put the hand out.
Say it again. What's it called?
Mavala stop. Mavala.
Mavala stop.
Mavala stop. So at Platinum, we have that a lot, and the minute parents mention and we give that, then you get the feedback after 4 to 6 weeks. The child has stopped slacking, and you are happy. So we have that. Where all these fail, sometimes the pedodontist and orthodontist, those who move teeth, will then have to formulate an appliance we call a rake appliance, something with projections, so that now when your thumb is put on your teeth, when your thumb is going in, it meets an appliance that stops you. And once you get the child into the rhythm, after a certain number of weeks, they stop the habit and then they stop going back. I think the one that is sometimes a little difficult to get out of is when they are sucking their lips and their tongue, because they say they find comfort or solace, because it's hard for parents to monitor, when is he sucking the lip, when is he sucking the tongue.
So it's a habit that now has reinforced itself.
Yes, but it can be stopped. I need parents to know it can be stopped. If it's not dealt with early, you just create further problems, and you will definitely need more time with the dentist.
Great stuff. 41 minutes past the hour of 2 on Joy 99.7 FM. The program is Ultimate Health, your ultimate guide to healthy living, with me, Nortey by nature. I'm in the studio with Dr. Maclean Okang of Platinum Orthodontics and Dental Care Services, Airport West here in Accra, and also Dr. Albert Hammond of the Nabita Hospital in Tema. Both are dentists, and we're really getting oral. And we'd like you to get oral with us, in the sense of direct calls. The number is 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. Our WhatsApp is 055-1111-997. 055-1111-997. I've got stuff on my WhatsApp. Good afternoon. Please, I had a bridge fixed 2 years ago. I've never been able to chew on that side after the procedure. I feel pain underneath it once in a while. What can be done about it? I don't get a name there, but docs, any response quickly?
Yes,
to
so
that?
A bridge is more like a fixed prosthetic that is done to
Okay.
replace one or more missing teeth.
Okay.
2 years, I think, is a bit of it's a lot of time for you not to be able to chew on that side. So.
Right.
Recommendation is to see dentist immediately.
Okay.
We do an X-ray. Let's check. Is there any infection underneath any of the supporting teeth?
Okay.
Is any of the supporting teeth fractured? Or maybe the bridge itself was done, but it's a bit too high.
Okay.
And when it's high, you cannot chew on it. Initially, when you do any prosthetic for anyone, the body has to get used to it. So within a few days to a few weeks, you will normalize.
Okay.
But right after 2 weeks, and you are still having that amount of pain, we need to do an X-ray.
Right. I think you said 2 years.
2 years
Right.
is a long time.
Okay, great. Always go back to the provider if you have doubt, and then don't worry about seeking a second opinion, especially if you can take the history or a kind of referral along with you as well. Please, my children are 4 and 6. That should be their ages, but one has lost no one. One has lost the teeth. Is it normal?
No one has.
No one.
Okay.
Oh, is it no one? Okay, no one has lost the teeth. Is it normal? You want them to lose?
I'll just tell the person it's normal. We said
Right.
we are expecting the age we expect is 6 years. We've seen that in some cases it starts at 4.
Okay.
However, if your child is 6 and it hasn't fallen out, remember I said that beyond age 7, if it hasn't happened,
Okay.
let the child see the dentist.
All right, great. I'm going to try and clear the WhatsApp backlog. Abeku, the phone lines are active 0302-216-541. Good afternoon. I'm 50 years old. Last year I had a problem with my tooth that is the first of the premolars. The dentist told me that all the 4 of them are milk teeth. What can I do to have permanent teeth? Queen in Medina. Docs, please note that down. Sometimes when I rush through them, I forget the questions. So, milk teeth at age 40. Thanks for this program. For the first time in my life, apart from the university required medical checks, I have visited the dentist last 2 weeks after I was having some uncomfortable sensations when brushing my teeth. The experience was revealing, and I enjoyed when they professionally washed my teeth and sorted me out. I encourage all to visit the dentist. You never know. This is from Ferguson in Tumu. Great stuff, Ferguson. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Some people, when they hear the word dentist, they don't have pleasure in their mind at all. Good afternoon, Nortey. You failed to send me my award after the synovial fluid question. Hey, Chief. Oh, no, Chief was supposed to get something else.
He's with Brooks.
Yes, that is Brooks. Brooks, that was the physiotherapist who was supposed to sort you out. How many teeth can an 8-year-old child lose at a time? Chief in Dwayao in Kwanta. Right, docs, please notice this. I'm trying to do a quick reading of this. Hello, Naughty by nature. Thanks, you didn't make it naughty by nature. My little daughter sucks her tongue and hence has a space between the 2 lower teeth, making them like a V. She's 8 years old. Can anything be done about it? I'm Reggie from Anya. Right? Okay. It looks like as soon as we ran away from halitosis, it's children's issues we're dealing with. Hi, I have a crown on the front teeth after it was broken. However, it's beginning to shift forward. Can it be readjusted? I'm 35 years old. This is from Kennedy. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you. Please, my tooth, the lower left one of the premolars, is very sensitive. When chewing or even drinking water, it is painful. But if I'm not drinking or eating, I don't feel anything. Please, what is it? Carol sends that to us. Okay. You can see how my doctors are writing, like judges sitting in court, recording the case manually. Hi, I've worn braces before and my teeth were fine after. But I lost my retainers for 3 years and they shifted again. Though I have the metal brace at the back, can I get new retainers or do I need to get braces again? This is from Ikua. Ikua, thanks for sharing. Hi,
Hi, I'm planning on getting a laser tooth whitening procedure. Are there any side effects? This is from Kobe. Wow. Okay. Somebody's sending me a photo. Somebody says, please read my message. You should see what it's like here. Hi, good afternoon. I'm enjoying your program from Prestia. My name is Abdul Karim. Please, I'm suffering from temporomandibular disorder. I need advice. I went to so many hospitals, but to no avail. I find it difficult opening my mouth. My jaw is locked. Please read my message. I've done that, Abdul, and my doctors have taken note, and I'll make sure that they don't lock their response. Hello, Nortey. What does it say? Happy Sunday to you and your resourceful guest. There is this new technology called laser teeth whitening. Is it certified and approved by dentists? My name is Levi Kosa, the catalyst, right? Laser tooth whitening seems to be coming or showing up on our radar. Hello, good afternoon. I'm 8 years old, and one of my big teeth has a big hole, and the dentist said she will take it out. Will it grow back? This is from Dorothy, who is 8 years old. I love the fact that Dorothy is listening to Ultimate Health on a Sunday afternoon. Let me see if I can do a couple more on Ultimate Health. Good afternoon, Nortey. My name is Yao from Kaswa. My 19-year-old nephew was involved in a fatal accident on the Kumasi-Accra Road on the 15th of September, leading to the death of his foster father and sister. He lost about 5 of his teeth. Wow, that's tragic. We are told replacing it can be very expensive. Is there any help anywhere? I guess that is looking at the financial angle. Wow, what a tragedy. Whoa. I'm going to try and finish this one. They seem to be flowing like saliva. All right. Did I just say that? Hi, I'm 33 years old. When I was about 3 years, I fell and lost the two front teeth. I was taken to the hospital and one of my teeth was taken out, but I have a gap in the front of my teeth or in my mouth. Please, is it possible they can move further apart? Is it possible they can move further apart? This is from Barbara, who is 33. Doctors, I don't envy you. Hi, Nortey and your guest. Is it normal to have a gap in front of the two teeth in the front? Okay, what is the cause? Akofa and Shy Hills. Some people want it and they find it rather sexy. Nortey, my husband suffers from bad breath and slimy saliva. It was a big nasty issue between us when I asked him to see a doctor. No kissing for God knows when. Abna in Adenta shares that. Okay, docs. 2 more have come in. Let me try and see. We only have 10 minutes left. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Please, my tooth, the lower left one, is sensitive. Okay, this one I think I've read already. And he adds that he's 66 years old. The sensitive premolars. And then, last one. Please ask Dr. Albert if his hospital can treat bad breath. Francis from Tema. So let's hit that one. And I had wanted both of you to give out contact numbers and if there's a web page. Can we do that before we answer some of these? Okay. I bet we don't have any phone calls. Good. Okay, so we can do justice.
So we have a couple of pages over here.
No. Before you get to the questions, can I get a contact for Nabita, a contact for Platinum from both of you, a number people can call? Okay, so for Nabita Hospital, 020 01 24980. Okay, 02001 24980. And then 054 1674211. Okay, I bet we'll put these on our page, all right? But if you didn't catch it, okay? So Nabita, once again, the numbers? Yeah, 020 01 24980. Okay. And then 054 1674211. Okay, Platinum.
So Platinum is in Airport Hills. The website is platinum-dental.com. Okay. The contact number 050 892 3041. Okay. Then 0302 998 750.
Okay. Can you repeat the numbers again and the web page?
The web page is www.platinum-dental.com. The phone number 050 892 3041 or 0302 998 750.
Okay.
For Nabita, the
Right.
webpage nabita.com.gh. That's NARHBITA.com.
Okay.
.gh.
Okay. Great stuff. So can you handle halitosis at Nabita
Yes,
and
we
platinum?
can. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Albert. No, Francis from Tema. That sorts you out. Let's see if we can run through. Oh goodness, more are coming in. Let's see if we can run through some of the ones you've noted down.
Yes. So I'll do part and then Martin
Okay, as
will-
quickly as possible.
Yes.
We have about
Yes,
8 minutes.
50-year-old with baby teeth is possible if the permanent ones did not form from birth.
Okay.
Yes, so those ones we can have a prosthesis done, whether an implant, whether a bridge.
Okay.
It's possible to replace them.
Right.
Somebody talked about a gap between the front teeth.
Right.
Yes, it's common. Some that is genetically programmed. You can't do anything about it.
Okay.
And then for some people, there's a growth in between the front teeth.
Okay.
Once it's excised,
Mhm.
you can take care of the space. But that to mention that in some cultures, people come and ask you to file.
They want the
them-
space.
Yeah, they want the space.
Right.
Yes. 8-year-old, how many teeth can be lost? It will be difficult to say.
In a year?
because- Yes,
Mm.
because depends on the stage at which the permanent tooth has developed to.
Okay.
Somebody talk about the TMJ problem.
Right.
The solution for
The one
that-
with the locked.
yes, the
Right.
jaw.
Abdul.
Yes, inability to open so well. The maxillofacial surgeon can be of help.
Okay.
Yes, and so I recommend any of the teaching hospitals.
Okay.
Yes, he will have it sorted out.
Since he knows the name, I guess he's made some contact
He's made
already.
contact. Yes.
Right.
The truth be told, it's difficult to treat, but you need a lot of visiting the specialist
Okay.
to have it done.
Great.
Yes.
Right.
8-year-old with a cavity that has to be extracted. If it's 8 years old, chances are that tooth that has to be extracted would be replaced
Okay.
by a permanent tooth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one, Yawa Kasua has a nephew involved in a road traffic accident.
Right. Lost his parents,
several
a
teeth.
sibling, and
So,
several teeth.
yes, so we are looking at from a denture to an implant.
Okay.
So denture bridge implant.
His concern was whether there was any financial support available for
yes,
such
but
things.
the thing is that depending on what you have, we can formulate a solution for you.
Okay, we'll see if we can think around this. It's a tragic situation, and Abeku will note that down. The young man who lost his father and
And
sibling in an accident and has lost 5 teeth. Okay, yes, Dr.
Yes.
Okang.
So also looking at that particular case, I also say if the vehicle involved, there's good insurance. Insurance may even pay for
Okay.
the treatment. So
Right,
it's an
right.
option they need to look at.
Right.
I've had cases where you've had to do the paperwork for insurance to pay
Okay,
for that. So
he should
it's
check
an option.
the
Yeah, they need
insurance policy on the vehicle
the vehicles
involved.
that were involved, and
If it
there's
covers
more-
passengers.
if it covers passengers, he's more likely to get some coverage for that.
Okay, great.
Okay. Now I'm looking at the 33-year-old who said she fell at age 3
Right.
and the tooth fell out. Now, when you fall at age 3,
That was Barbara.
most likely it's a baby tooth that fell out. So
Mhm.
if you are 33, you are dealing with adult teeth. So
Mhm.
I don't expect that effect to be there.
Mm.
She feels teeth are moving. She should see a dentist, and then we'll try and deal with the current problem.
Okay.
Okay. We had Ikea who said she had braces. She lost her retainers.
The retainers.
And then she feels her teeth are going back to default settings like I talked about.
Okay.
Ikea, you can easily get new retainers done, a platinum, it will be done. And when you come in and we are going to make the retainers for you, we will assess the bite. If you need to go back into braces, then that will be discussed before you do new retainers.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Also, then there were Kobe asked about laser tooth whitening
That's
and
right.
the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tooth whitening in itself, the commonest side effect is sensitivity.
Okay.
Now you shouldn't be whitening if you have existing sensitivity that hasn't been dealt with, because it will only make it worse. So if you were to go whiten when you have existing sensitivity, you won't be able to drink water probably after the procedure. You can't even sit
You have
in
your
a
white
room.
teeth, but you have high sensitivity.
You can't even sit in a room with an air condition on, because the slightest change in temperature around the teeth, it makes you uncomfortable. It gets so painful.
So just quickly, what you're saying is that your suitability for this process called laser whitening must be properly assessed.
Yes. So
Right.
clients come in and I let them know not everybody
It's not
can
just some
get
aesthetic or cosmetic thing that
not,
you just do.
Yeah, not everybody can have tooth whitening, because sometimes your peculiar problems, existing problems, if
Okay.
you go ahead, it only makes it worse for you.
All right, great.
Okay. Then I think Regina asked about tongue sucking for the 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And like I said, there are devices that we make that can solve that problem.
Okay, great.
Okay. Carol talked about a sensitive tooth, a particular one that when she's not eating is fine.
Yeah.
It's only when she puts something hot or cold.
Right.
She needs to see a dentist ASAP. The fact that it's not hurting when you are not doing anything doesn't mean there's no problem.
All right.
And then I think the last one.
A gentleman,
is,
a 66-year-old with sensitivity. There's a 66-year-old. Yeah.
There's a 66-year-old with sensitivity, which I feel if once he sees if he comes in to see us, it is something that we should easily be able to sort out for them. And then there was Kennedy who says he had a crown done on the front tooth, but the crown is moving.
Okay.
Yes. Kennedy, I need you to see your dentist. An X-ray will be done to be sure that the crown is still suitable, or if the crown needs to be replaced after so many years,
all right,
it will be done for you.
Great stuff by my dentist. I have this from Dede in Maryland. What causes bruxism? Tooth grinding. Last week he talked about the white film on the tongue. Growing up, my mom made us drink tomato juice every morning, aside from the cod liver oil and orange juice. Hey, she said the tomato juice cleanses the tongue and stops thrush. Is it true, or is it an old wives' tale? Dede, Maryland. Quickly.
Okay, what causes grinding of teeth? Commonest cause stress.
Okay.
When you are under stress in the night, when you are sleeping, your partner will hear you doing all the chewing and grinding,
so
and you wake up with the commonest cause stress.
Tomato juice and all that.
Tomato juice. You see, some say it's old folks tale, but I have patients that say it works for them because it's supposed to be organic, natural. So, will it solve all your problems? If it works for you, stick with it. But don't forget that once you do that, tomato is still some form that bacteria will act on when left in your mouth.
Okay.
So once you are done, rinse with water till you don't taste any tomato.
And I guess
so that way the bacteria doesn't have a field day.
I guess the days mom told her that. What about drinking red wine once in a while? What are the disadvantages of tooth implant? Wow, at this time, do the red wine and leave the
okay. So red wine, occasional red wine, I have nothing against.
Okay.
We medically it's been shown to be protective to the heart.
Okay.
Too much red wine, it stains your teeth. So if you are somebody who has whitened your teeth, then your teeth start getting darker because of the red wine. So there's that. Which other one did I miss?
Right. Okay. All too soon. We're out of time, doctors. Wow. But I'm glad you gave your contact. Can you just quickly give your contacts again so that I hand over to the sports guys who are coming in to do a massive build-up for Man U versus Tottenham. Wow. My Tottenham folk. North London.
So the contact for Nabita Hospital, that's the webpage nabita.com.gh.
Yeah.
NARBITA.com. And the numbers 020-0124-980, 054-1674-211.
Okay, great.
And then for Platinum, the webpage www.platinum-dental.com.
Okay.
The contact number 050-892-3041 or 030-998-750.
Okay.
And one thing to add is the educational we have an educational magazine
that
with
journal of yours.
Yes, it's like a journal. It has everything about dentistry from fillings to bad breath. You can just download that PDF and read it and educate yourself.
Great stuff. Wow, Ultimate Health. I'm sure Gary Al Smith will say it's a pun if I say it's been a mouthful. Every second coming into the studio. All right, somebody is asking about the cost of these procedures. We've given you the contact numbers. Happy birthday to Anna Obeng of the Ghana National Fire Service from Rita, a free of the Ghana AIDS Commission. Like I said, the sports crew is here, revved up, and all the adrenaline. Man U versus Tottenham. Gary, you wouldn't have known. I've lived in Tottenham before, but a build-up with Gary Al Smith. You can tell what that would be, Gary.
Hi, Tottenham. You know there's a Ghanaian shop there called Abreport Junction.
Yeah.
You know Abreport Junction?
Yeah.
They have the best plantain in the London.
The guys out there, but this is going to be a massive build-up, eh?
It is. I mean, there's so many subplots, and so the teams are out. Man United fans may be a bit angry about the team selection, and so we as far as we are Democrats,
right.
We will open the phone lines for them to rant and rave, and hopefully when they win for their sakes,
right?
We can. And if they don't win, to God day.
Great stuff. You don't do any build up for the National Science and Maths quiz.
The build up. What are you going to analyze? It's 2 old times.
Charlie,
So did they see any? What is it? Philistines or Egyptians this time?
Charlie. Yeah, but I thought this year they saw Amalekites.
But thankfully for me, I am double track and dual nationality because I went to Infanspim.
And then you went to...
It didn't quite work out. And then I did sixth form in Presec.
Ah, right.
So somehow I'm still in there.
Yes, you are still in
unless,
there. You have one leg in there.
Unless Tofia.
But Presec game is today.
All right.
Matchup is today as well.
Right.
So we'll keep the updates coming during the sport, obviously, because it's our baby here at Joy News.
All right, great stuff. And let me just say once again, thumbs up to the schools that are making it. It's Obia and Obia. And of course, there have been changes, and the kids love it, right? Great stuff. Joy Sports team is up next. My name is Nortey by Nature, produced by Abeku Kofi. I'm out.